And Tim and Cal, that's me. Tim and Rogue have they have a few topics in video games about Minecraft, and a recent one that Tim posted was about interesting things that people have built. And if you just saw these things, people build, the starship from Star Trek, Coca-Cola cans the size of mountains. It's just the possibilities are truly endless.
It really is. You can make basically anything you want to put your mind to in that game, and that's what's great about it.
Well, like, even to the extent that with, like, the redstone circuitry and stuff, there are a couple of things I've seen, which is, like, people creating routers and computers and just things so much beyond the scale of anything else that most people would think of, but they've gone out there and they've spent that time to make it, and it works as it would if someone had put that together in real life, sort of thing.
Yeah, the things you do with redstone in that game, it's pretty crazy.
I love using redstone.
I don't have the slightest clue how to use it, so I can't really comment on that.
Well, your brother does.
Yeah, and I've heard. I've seen some of this. He has a world that he plays with offline, and that's all he does is just make redstone creations, and I have to admit, he's made some really good stuff before.
Rogue says redstone is hard, and that she knows how to make a torch go on and off, which is pretty good.
I mean, it's a start.
Dan Rich asks, I have a question. In 1.8, there is a creative mode. What is the first thing you will build? Well, there's a mod for Minecraft that allows you to basically bring in inventory items to your inventory. It's called Too Many Items. And before creative mode was there, I've just been using that, and I just build whatever. So the addition of creative mode will allow me to not have any mods when I want to just build stuff. But the idea behind just having a mod in there is that you can build stuff and then turn hard mode back on and go straight to survival. That's what I liked about it, at least, but I'm not sure how you'll be able to go back and forth between creative and survival.
Yeah, and I like that idea too, because I know on my computer I have a bunch of mods for Minecraft, and I think just having it in the game already is something that everybody can agree with that is good. And
I'll let you finish first.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say Annie Nation's new question.
Okay, no, I'll finish. I quite like the fact that it seems that Notch is definitely including the popular mods, integrating them directly into the game rather than relying on the authors to have it. So it's like flying and stuff like that, something which so many people use. In creative mode, for example, it's built into the game, so you can use it anyway, which is the reason why most people would need it in the first place, to be able to build like giant towers and stuff like that. It's just not practical to be able to do that without that ability.
It does it makes it a lot harder, that's for sure. So I think Annie Nation's question is kind of funny.
Why is Mr. Satan such a badass?
Is he a badass?
Well,
I've always just found him amusing.
And then Poohhead says because of his background music.
Yeah, he's always reminded me of Macho Man Randy Savage, the way he talks and how he thinks he's better than everybody.
Well, I suppose it's not so much that he sucks or anything, but it's just that compared to everyone else that he's up against in this case, he just can't compete. So, yeah, he's all cool and tough guy when he's against just normal people, but in terms of this, it just doesn't stand up.
Yeah, true.
All right, so let's, if it's okay, let's move right along into anime discussion, aside from DBZ. I know Tim and I are huge fans of Hunter x Hunter, and they are rebooting the series, and they are not caught up with the manga yet, and they're rebooting it, and it's starting next month, and this is just something that really infuriates me, because I want to see Gon meet his father, and, spoiler alert, a little late there, but I'm just really upset, because I like the voice actors they had in the original, and I think it's time that they continue where they left off, because, they're well past 100 episodes, but that's just my opinion. I guess there are some positives in rebooting. What do you guys think?
Well, for my opinion on that, at least, I think in terms of practicality of going back to it, the original anime series is over 10 years old now, and it's being redone by a different studio, so it'd be just impractical to be able to get the same voice actors and stuff like that back, and to be able to continue it to that extent. So you can sort of understand they want to start a new basis from it. I'd like to think eventually they'll carry it through and get up to where it is now. So I'm looking forward to it still. I'd like to see how they do it differently compared to the previous one. So looking forward to October the 2nd, which is when they'll be set to air weekly on Nippon television over in Japan and stuff.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I just... of course, I watched the series, 10 years after it first aired, but still, the art style, it's not like it's just really old or outdated. And I was just really looking forward to the continuation. And then I'm looking on a news feed, and I hear, well, they're rebooting it, and everyone's really excited. And I guess the people that are excited are the people that watched it 10 years ago. I guess, I don't know, but
I've never seen it, so I can't really say anything about it. But I have started to watch a lot more animes than I used to, and I've watched a few really good ones, like, and for one, I liked Samurai Champloo a lot. I thought that was really good. Another one of my favorites was Afro Samurai, even though it was so short. And I've seen a lot of good ones lately.
Yeah, the most recent one I watched was actually because of Brian, or engineer. I took a Naruto splurge, watched it nonstop for a week and a half, and I'm caught up with the English sub and Naruto ship, and I'm almost caught up with the manga. So Naruto obviously is classic shonen jump type anime, but it's when I first read the reviews of it, I thought I would really hate it because it reminded me of something really childish. And now I'm like a huge Hinata fan, so Engineer kind of changed my perspective on that. As did Tim with Hunter x Hunter. So Hunter x Hunter and Naruto are both anime that I would recommend to pretty much anyone that has watched DBZ and halfway enjoyed it, because it's kind of similar fighting style storyline kind of thing. I mean, they're more mature, I guess you could say, but still something I'd recommend.
Yeah. I've never watched Naruto. I've always heard that it was a great series, though. That and Bleach, I heard, was really good, too.
Well, yeah, it was the same for me. I've never watched Naruto. It's something I would consider doing, but it's just... as with Cal, I've also viewed it as something quite childish, and so it's quite interesting to hear the different views of that. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter is one I would definitely recommend to anyone that's enjoyed DBZ and any other shonen like anime or manga and stuff like that.
Yes.
The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya is being released on English dub in November, and Rogue posted a thread about it a while ago for anyone who cares.
I have no idea what that is, so I'll check it out, I guess.
I'll have to look at it.
You can hear the sound of everyone here caring.
I care. I think I'm going to watch it. I watched the original Melancholy, so...
Another one, an anime that I heard was really good was Darker Than Black, and I think, I know Tim's mentioned it, and I think Jen has mentioned it, or Seruphim, but I've always heard that was a good one that I should check out.
Yeah, Tim, another great recommendation from Tim. I watched that series, and it was right up my alley. It's only, the first series I think is only 25 episodes, but it's action-packed, got great storyline, and one of the things about the anime that differs from so many is the character development in it is just superb. I mean, the storyline is great, but if nothing else, a reason to watch the series is the characters. The artwork is great, and like I said, I've already went on about it, but the character development, and it's only 25 episodes. It's not like it's drawn out 200 whatever. It's something that if you're bored on a weekend, flip it on. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah, I've been meaning.
That's another series I've definitely liked. One comment I would make about is that for DBZ fans, it's slightly darker than a lot of other anime that's out there. slightly more mature themes and such like that, much more serious. But definitely, it's an amazing series, and yeah, definitely recommend that one.
Well, does anybody else have any more?
Has anyone read Akira Toriyama's one-shot Kentucky?
I've honestly never heard of
I think it's
it.
called.
Me either. I haven't heard of it.
It's I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, the drawings and everything is reminiscent of Dragon Ball Z, but I don't think I could get into the series. It kind of bored me. And I'm assuming that in the Bird Studio land, a one shot means that you draw a couple of episodes or manga chapters of it and see if it takes off or not. But apparently, this probably won't take off. It's kind of boring, I'd say. There's just too much magic and too many dinosaurs for my taste.
Looks like we have another question from Seruphim. Why is Tim so sexy? Does anybody have an answer to that?
Maybe it's becoming.
Well, I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah, the hair.
He's from New Zealand. Are New Zealand people typically good looking? I don't know.
I've never really had any interaction with New Zealand people other than Tim. But Poohhead says that it's
just as a point, New Zealanders are also called Kiwis. That's a bit easier than saying New Zealanders or anything like that. New Zealand people, Kiwis, much easier.
I didn't know the topic.
Animation, are you talking about the Bardock special where he goes Super Saiyan?
In Multiverse?
No, I haven't read it, but have either of you?
I have. It was actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. He snuck in with a alternate universe and he had to fight somebody and it shows him go Super Saiyan, and when I saw that I was pretty surprised because I always wondered what he would be like as a Super Saiyan, and it basically puts him as exactly what I thought.
So like as weak as he is when he fights Frieza, but Super Saiyan, so he's just sort of weaker than...
Yeah, he's not a strong Saiyan, but he's...
Not powerful enough to kill Frieza, right?
Yeah, he's one of those Saiyans where, it's a Super Saiyan, he's good, but he doesn't come in all that handy. He wins his fight, but, I mean, other than that, he's not.
That sounds pretty interesting, actually, though. I mean, for myself, I've only ever watched the shows before. I've never actually read anything to do with it, but that sounds definitely something I'd have to check out. Very interesting.
Yeah,
Multiverse.